Hello! As you can see, or might be able to guess, I am trying my hand at winter sowing today. I have never tried this before, but it sounds to me like it is one of the easier ways to kind of get your plants started. And it's kind of a hands-off approach, which I'm all for. So I will be starting today, and we will see. I'll take you along with the process and see how it goes. Hopefully I can get something started. But yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to start with, I think, 7. I'm short. 1 milk jug, I think, if I counted. But I might do a couple rounds of this. We'll see. So I'm going to start with maybe 6 or 7 today. So the first one, from what I've seen, is you need to do something that is a perennial in your area, or something that needs the cold stratification period, or if you do it a little bit later, maybe a cold hardy vegetable seed, like kale or spinach or broccoli, I believe. I'm not doing any vegetables today because I think it's too early for me. So I'm just going to start with perennials, because the theory, maybe not theory, but what typically happens in nature is, you know, a flower blooms and it creates a seed pod. Those seeds fall to the ground and take care of themselves. So we are sort of creating the same type of environment for these seeds. So yeah, I will start with Perennial Columbine. This is McKenna's Giant Mix. Oh, I think you can see that there. Just a beautiful flower. And I will be trying to use them in cut flowers because it seems like these are a long-stemmed columbine. So I'm excited about that. And this is also a perennial. Actually, they're all perennials. This is Delphinium Pacific Giant. I've never grown a delphinium before, so I'm super excited about that. And this is a perennial also, Passion Flower. And I think I've grown this before because my seed packet is open. I think I tried this last year and it did come up, and yeah, I saw some blooms. They weren't the same blooms that were on the seed packet. They were actually a hot pink, which were stunning. So yeah, a lot of seed planting for me, at least, is of like exploration and just learning a lot along the way. So yeah, I did grow these, and these are a perennial for zone 5, and my neighbor who has lived here, like they built the house, she thinks we're a zone 5. I thought we were a 4, so I was going to play it safe, but with a seed packet I can kind of risk what happens there. So we will see. And if they come back in my garden, I planted them in my vegetable garden last year, that might help me determine if we are a zone 5. Because I don't think we've been a very mild winter. I think we've been a pretty typical winter. We've been pretty cold this year. And another one is Scabiosa Shepherds. These ones, the seed packet is opened, but these did not come up for me. So I'm trying them again, because it sounds like this is almost a less risky way to do it, even though it's easier, which just baffles me. So that's exciting. And Echinacea, purple coneflower. I've grown these before, and they were quite easy to grow. So hopefully they will be that again. Another one, I've grown these last year as well. And they were stunning. They're perennial in zone 2, and we are, like I said, a 4 probably, maybe 5, we'll see. But yeah, they were just stunning. I put them in my vegetable garden, and I started them from seed in little seed trays, and then transplanted them into my vegetable garden, and they just made me smile all season, just growing beside I had them in between my corn and squash plant. So yeah, it was kind of nice. So anyway, I will be trying my hand at this. I am by no means an expert. I am new to a lot of this. So if you want to be informed in how to do it correctly, I suggest you look at another channel. I am just inviting you to come along to experience my journey with gardening, seeds, growing flowers, starting a cut flower garden. So like I said, it's a journey for me. I am not a teacher or an expert by any means, but if you are entertained by watching someone navigate their way through gardening, then yeah, come along. So the idea is that you're creating an environment for these seeds to grow a little bit more protected than just scattering them outside. So I've cut one, so I will take you along and we will get this one ready for planting. So from what I've looked into is cutting it just below the handle and then using the handle just below the handle. It's a little bit thicker there and it's almost like a hinge to open it. Because yeah, you can reuse these, I think, years and years if they hold up. There, that one is almost ready to go. Cutting it just enough so that it allows it to open up without taking off too much, because I'm sure that would sacrifice some of the structure. And do you know what? I was going to say, I really enjoy Garden Answer. She puts out some beautiful videos that are so informative and inspiring. And she had the same thing. She forgot to puncture the drainage holes in the bottom before she cut it because it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to use a knife for that because it seems sharper than my scissors. And I'm going to do 4 holes in the bottom. There we go. Okay, so don't do what I did. Puncture the holes before you cut it. So we'll do one more. There we go. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we will cut another one. And I will be removing the label just to make sure that it doesn't block any sunlight. Okay, let's see if that's enough. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I've got my holes in the bottom. About 4 spaced evenly-ish, and then we have our planting space. So I've pre-moistened my soil. Just to, I don't even know how you would explain it, but here, I'll show you. Liquid doesn't really squeeze out when I squeeze it, but it definitely can be formed into a ball. And I think that is about the right way to pre-moisten your soil. So start it like that, and I will fill the bottom layer of this milk jug with soil. And from what I've read online, it's not necessary, and it's actually maybe not even as good to use a seed starting mix, which is very fine and allows for really good drainage. It sounds like just potting soil is recommended for the winter sowing method because these plants are hardier because they're exposed to the conditions right away. So just good old regular potting soil is perfect to be used. And I'm going to start with Gaillardia. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, this was such a beautiful one. Yeah, they need to go 1/8 of an inch below the soil, which is hardly anything. So I'm going to use a pencil, and I'm going to do 5. I'm going to do 5. I think that's what I've seen. Oh, that's way too deep. So I'm going to go about 1/8 of an inch. That's probably more like 1/4. We'll see if that works. And I'm going to do, does this say germination rate? it doesn't, but I've had pretty good success with this. I think I'm gonna do 2 per hole, just to be safe. I'm just going to put the rest of my seeds in. Okay. And then I'll get rid of some of the soil, and I'm going to tape this up and label it. Oof. And there we go. There is my very first jug, and I will label that. And I think I'm going to put the date on too, just for curiosity. Gaillardia, and today is February 3rd. And we will check back and see how these go. I'm really excited to try this method. All right. I will go through the rest of them and then we'll catch up with you in a minute. All right, I am going to do my next one, which is Echinacea. Like I said, I've done this one before, but it's a quarter inch depth. And I'll do 5 in this one as well. Sorry, 5 spots, but I'm going to add 2 seeds per hole. So that would be 10 seeds. Here we go. Another one done. That duct tape is sticky. Just missed the seam a little bit on this one. You can see that. So I'm just going to add another layer of tape there, and I will label. Another one done. All right, well that is it for today. I actually only got to do Columbine, Echinacea, Scabieusa's Shepherd, and Gaillardia. Funny enough, my delphinium packet was completely empty, so I guess that probably happens once in a while. So I'll have to go to the store and pick up some more delphinium. So I will probably end up doing this again. But thank you for joining me, and we'll see if this works. I'll keep you posted, and thanks for coming along. Have a great day. Bye.